What is up, guys? Ted Vidman here again, bringing you another exciting Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. This is a UU game that I had against Martin Sparks. That's his YouTube channel too, and I actually had a UU battle a couple of battles ago. But more importantly, guys, this is my 100th battle upload. And I can't believe I've been here about a year and a half now, and this has been the same style I've been doing these battles for the past year and a half. This is crazy. This is number 100. I can't get over it. It's crazy. I mean, oh, holy crap. But, anyway, to the team previews, and he's got a pretty threatening team. A lot of mostly physical attackers. I don't know if Tornadus is physical or special, but looking for the team, it's probably physical because I don't see any rain abusers other than Reiku. Myself, I just brought some random stuff, mostly offensive stuff because I like to bring offensive stuff. But, defensive Swampert, SD Bisharp, I actually have special Victini, and that's actually an offensive Roserade and a physical Meloetta. So, but let's get this battle started. So, because why not and stuff. So, and I think I just got a text message because my phone kind of glitched, but that's another issue. But whatever. Anyway, he's going to lead off with the Bronzong. I kind of figured Bronzong would lead, but I didn't want to lead with Victini. Instead, I lead with my offensive Roserade just to get the Sleep Powder off, and that's awesome because I get this thing asleep without getting Stealth Rocks up, which is fantastic. But unfortunately for me, I don't have a move to damage this thing at all, so it's probably my best interest to switch out. Because I mean, an offensive one of Life Orb with Leaf Storm and Sludge Bomb and Synthesis, so yeah, it's kind of sucky. But he actually decides to switch out here himself, double switch out into his Heracross, which actually was a decent play on his part. Because he was probably predicting me to go for Leaf Storm. I wouldn't have gone for Sludge Bomb there. So I pretty much forced a switch because I don't want to take a Stone Edge or anything. So I'm going to my defensive Swampert. He actually ends up going for the Mega Horn, and unfortunately for him, it misses, which stinks. It probably would have done about a third, if not a bit more, to my Swampert, depending on what exactly he had. But anyway, this is a perfect opportunity for me to get up my Stealth Rocks. So that's exactly what I decided to do here as he brings in the Tornadus. Now, I don't know exactly what kind of Tornadus he is. Again, I figure he's physical, but yeah, that's the thing. So he's just going to taunt me, which is fine because I really had no reason to go for anything other than Scald. Just try to get off a burn, which would be great. And, yeah, get some good damage off. And I do burn like a boss because Swampert is a pro. And, now, you guys will probably know I do not have very good luck with getting Scald burns. This battle, my friends, is crazy stuff like that. But, as you saw, he had leftovers, and he's using acrobatics, and I'm just like, no, please, why? It did nothing to my Swampert, so that kind of stinks. He doesn't have a flying gen, and it was just genned improperly, because he doesn't gen his own stuff, so, but, I can understand why he wants to use it. It's a good set, but you'd probably be actually better off running no item on it, if that were the case. But anyway, Tornadus is pretty much death fodder at this point, so he's just going to let it in to get some more damage off. Well, albeit being rather minimal, but he's going to get that last Scald off it and be able to take out the Tornadus, which is fantastic. Now it goes, and I'm up to a 6-5 lead, so that's pretty good. Swampert's at a very comfortable HP level, so that's also fantastic and stuff. So, taunt wears off, so now I can roar freely, because the other moves roar and Earthquake. So, out comes the Flygon. And, I really don't have anything to fear from it. I could take a Bandit, Earthquake, or Outrage or anything. So I figure it's just going to go for the U-turn. So, it's in my best interest just to go for the Scald, no matter what, so I could, possibly get a burn. But he actually brings in the Hitmontop here, which is kind of interesting. I guess just to potentially get the rocks out of the way. But I'm going to go for Scald. And, like the boss, 2 for 2, get a burn. That's crazy. I don't get that luck at all, mind you. So, yeah, now the Hitmontop's burned. It's got leftover, so now Hitmontop's kind of useless other than just for spinning. But, yeah, that's kind of funny. But, anyway, I really don't want to stay in here just because it's kind of pointless for me, too, because I can't damage it that hard. So, just going to withdraw, go into my Crobat because I can easily threaten this thing with a Brave Bird. Even though I am a, more supportive one with Taunt and Roost, a Stall Breaker Crobat. So, he's just going to go for the Fake Out, and it's going to do not really much anything because he's burned. And, yeah. Now, I probably could have gone for the Brave Bird here, but I was just like, he might switch, so screw it, I'll just go for the U-turn. Unfortunately for me, he doesn't switch, which sucks, but whatever. And, yeah, U-turn doesn't do anything because it's resisted, and I'm not too high in attack power. I think it's just the standard set on Smogon, so. But, I kind of make a silly play here because if he's going to stay in, he's going to go for a move that can hit me, and he goes for the Stone Edge. But, luckily for me, Victini has awesome bulk, and he's burned, and that Stone Edge does nothing. I mean, literally, it's just like maybe a 6. That's crazy. But, I don't know why he goes for the Fake Out here, but he does, I guess. A lot of people do forget that Fake Out is only works on the first turn it's sent out. I'm just going to go for the Psychic to KO this thing, because I have a special Victini, so, yeah, that's cool. And I get a useless crit, so that's also cool. And down goes Stamp on top, so that's great. Up 6-4, so, and that's awesome. But now out comes the Raikou, and Raikou's a huge threat, but, this is why I run HP Grass on my Raikou, because Swampert and my Myperior are things. And the Volt Switch or T-Volt is pretty obvious, so I'm going to go into my Swampert just hopefully take those. If he has HP Grass, fine. If he doesn't, fine, but he just ends up going for the Volt Switch, which is fine by me. Now I know he's forced to switch because he's most likely choiced, so I figure, you know what, why not just go for the Roar just to rack up some residual damage, as he does end up switching out, ends up going into the Heracross, which I just decide after he comes in, just to roar him out because I can, and get some more Stealth Rock damage onto him, so that's awesome. Get that damage going, and out comes the Flygon. Now, again, I can't really touch this Flygon under through Scalds, but I want to get that burn so badly that, or at least try to. So, I think this is the same banded Flygon I faced before, but now he changes up his moves, goes for the Stab, Banded, Outrage. Don't know if he's Adamant or Jolly, but I know I can take one, and I take it pretty nicely. I mean, I don't take it well, but I take it well enough, I guess. Now, I think I'm in Torrent range at this point, so the Scald will do a little bit more than that's expected. And boom, it actually burns them. So I'm free for Scald burns, which is insane. Now, probably the other interesting thing about Swampert, it actually has the same special attack as Blastoise, meaning its Scalds are just as powerful. So that's pretty interesting. But anyway, gonna switch out, go out into my Bisharp because he's locked into Outrage. I figured this is a perfect opportunity for me to start setting up, and as he ends up going for the Banded Outrage. And unfortunately for me, he does get a crit, which means I'm going to be crippled pretty nicely. But hey, I have leftovers, so I figure I could take at least another one or two with Barley. I know he doesn't get another crit, so this is my perfect opportunity to start setting up some Sword Stances, knowing that even if he doesn't, if he does stay in, fine. But actually, that's where to get the free turn Outrage. So it's going to do a nice chunk to me, but tells you for the damage. It only does about 50 damage, meaning I could take another one, and he's going to die from burn next turn. So gonna go for the Sword Stance this turn, get it to +2, and then you know what? Why not go for the +4? Because I'm not gonna die to another Outrage, and he might hit himself with Confusion. So I think it's my best bet just to go for the another +4. So another Sword Stance. So I figured it's my best approach, and he actually does end up hitting himself, which sucks, but it didn't matter much because I was getting the +4 off regardless. So down goes the Flygon, and I'm just gonna go for another Sword Stance. Now, the only thing that could really have, done anything to me was the Bronzong, but it is asleep, so I guess it wouldn't have been, anything too special. So he's got to try to knock me out of his other two Pokemon, which are the Raikou and the Heracross. It's 6-3 right now, and you know what? It's a +4 Bisharp, and Bisharp's run Flicker Punch, and yeah, since he's 4 moves, that Raikou's going down because it's not taking a +4 Sucker Punch, folks. So down goes that big threat. And now he's down to the Heracross and the Bronzong. So I get some more leftovers, and I'm almost up to half again, which is pretty nice, as he goes into Heracross. Now, the one thing that always plagues my Honchkrow is the fact that Heracross can stomach usually a +1 Sucker Punch. Heracross cannot take a +4 Sucker Punch. So even though it's a resisted hit, that's going to go down. So down goes the Heracross to a +4 resisted hit, which is fantastic. Down it goes, and all he has left is that Bronzong. So, but I don't want to prolong this match anymore as I get up to a little bit over half HP. As he goes into the Bronzong, which is asleep, I also enjoy the white eyes that gets while it's asleep. It's pretty much one of the most unique sleep animations, I must say. But anyway, going to go into my Victini just to finish this game off right. And now, a lot of special Victinis run V-Create, which I don't really like. I mean, I guess it makes sense just to hit, stuff that are more specially invested. But screw it, I run Blue Flare because why not? And yeah, Blue Flare is superior than Fire Blast in every way. So boom, Blue Flare for the win. And yeah, Bronzong's not taking that. So guys, that'll be the match. It was a 6-0 victory for me, but you know what? Why not cap off with my 100th battle upload of that? And I hope to get some more battles up soon, but I've been having trouble finding Wi-Fi. I've been in trouble really having time to narrate, which sucks. But it's fun. I love battling, and you know, one of these days if I ever get better equipment, I'm definitely gonna try to do some live PS battles, Pokemon Showdown battles, because that'll be fun. You guys can probably see me raging at my finest, which I know some people won't enjoy, but some people will, because I'm actually pretty funny when I rage. So, but anywho, that was the game, and good game, man. And you know, rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.